Good day, my name is Chanel Sparks and I will be doing a video on jumping the S-curve. In an ever-evolving world with dynamic change, technological and product innovation transpiring at almost the speed of lightning, what does it take for one organization to thrive over another? The resultant factor of success for many businesses is the launching of one successful business after another, being leaders in innovation, capitalizing on differentiated capabilities, being first to market and outperforming competitors. So where does it all begin? It all begins with strategy. According to Michael Porter, a strategy is about being different. It means deliberately choosing a different set of activities to deliver a unique mix of value. Strategies are usually measured over years, for some organizations, a decade or more. The importance of a long-term perspective on strategy is emphasized by the 3 Horizons framework. Horizon 1 is businesses are basically the current core activities. Businesses need defending and extending, but the expectation is that in the long term, they were likely to be flat or declining in terms of profits. On Horizon 2, businesses are emerging activities that should provide new sources of profit. Horizon 3, there are possibilities, but nothing is sure. But the most important question is, how do companies get to the top and how do they stay there? According to Paul Nunes and Tim Breen, companies thrive by leaping from one successful business to another, and that is through jumping the S-curve. To climb a S-curve, a business must have the right building blocks in place. Number 1 building block is they must have big enough market insight, BEMI. Secondly, they must know and identify threshold competence. Number 3 is that they must be worthy of serious talent. BMI, big enough market insight. That is identifying a substantial market change on the horizon, which will provide an opportunity for the business to expand and an opportunity which they can seize. A model which companies can use for BEMI is Porter's 5 Forces model. It's important for organizations as part of the second building block to know and identify the threshold competence. There are 4 criteria which an organization can use to assess their competence, and that is using the VRIO model. The last building block which Nunes referred to is the company worthy of serious talent. High-performing organizations attract and they retain serious talent. It is therefore important for organizations to have the following tools in place. Number 1 is a competency framework. It is important for organizations to have talent and succession planning in place. Thirdly, it is important to have a performance management system in place. The 4th one is for organizations to have an employee value proposition. The building blocks that companies use to climb the S-curve erode over time. It is therefore important for companies to identify and climb the hidden S-curves to remain abreast of the growth. One of the hidden S-curves is market evolution. That can be obtained through edge of the market, edge of the organization, and edge of control. Edge of control is realizing strategy development is episodic, but it is continual. One organization who have succeeded with edge-centric strategy is Discovery Holdings. The second area to beat the growth cycle and the hidden S-curve is for organizations to change their top management team early. It is important for high organizations to realize that their top management teams must not only be changed in times of emergencies, but the top management teams must be changed at times when the organization is thriving. An example of this is MTN. The third hidden S-curve for organizations to beat the growth cycle is to have a hothouse of talent. One successful company within South Africa is ATNS, who is a state-owned enterprise. ATNS grooms air traffic controllers from matric right up until they are successful air traffic controllers. In conclusion, organizations have a life cycle in that organizations establish, they grow, mature, and eventually fade, disappear. In order for organizations to thrive, they have to be ahead of the S-curve and realize when the opportune time is to leverage on existing foundations and capabilities and be sequential innovators to expand.